The modern machine manufacturing technique. So there are different manufacturing techniques are available nowadays. So the both generation or the electric utility industries have to be met by a continuous expanding electrical machines. Manufacturing industry is applying the modern manufacturing techniques. So the different manufacturing techniques are discussed here. So the first one is the modern electrical machines are characterized by a wide range of power outputs. So the power range varies from fraction of watt to a several hundreds of megawatts in a single unit. And the ratio of power output of a smallest machine to a largest machine is normally 1 is to 10 to the power 10. So that the range of rotational speeds of machine is vary widely. One machine may have the speed up to a few revolutions per second, to another may have 1,000 revolutions per second. So like that, the power and the speed both gonna vary in a different manner. And suggested classifications on basis of the power is given here. One is a small size machine. The power output is about 750 watts, may be called as a small machine. And the medium size machine, which is having the power range from few kilowatts to approximately is 250 kilowatts. And the large machines output ranges from 250 kilowatt to about 5000 kilowatt. And these machines are usually designed and manufactured as a series and have a definite power range. And the larger size machine, the machine manufactured on the special orders from the customers to meet their specific demand. So therefore the larger machines are designed on a individual basis, and the power output of these machines may be as high as hundreds of megawatt. And the next criteria goes is based on the diameter and the axial length of a machine, and based on the rotational speed. So based on the rotational speed, the machines are having some 250 rpm. Below 250 rpm have a larger diameter and the smaller axial length, while the high speed machines called some 3000 rpm or more than 3000 rpm have a smaller diameter and the large core length. Or and some medium sized machines also have the speed range of 2000 to 2500 rpm. So this classification is based on the power output and the size of the machine. The second one is smaller machine. Smaller machine, the important manufacturing trends to build a machine with the smaller in size. Therefore, it involves the use of lesser materials, and at the same time, it will have the higher efficiency and the overload capacity. So, the increase in the power rating, usually a smaller size coupled with the good overall performance, has been possible only due to the technical advancements. So first one is there has been considerable development and the refinement in the constructions of the technical techniques relating to the construction or the arrangement of conductors and other parts of the machines, or this has resulted in drastic reduction in the stray load losses. And the second advancement is the vast development in the cooling and ventilation system for the machines. So new methods are much more effective for the dissipation of heat generated inside the machine. And the third one is use of magnetic material. Um, the high permeability, which is having the high permeability, low iron loss, and the high mechanical strength. So the material permits the use of high value of flux density. So therefore, results in the reduction in the size of the machine and also promotes the extension of power output. And the fourth one is the significant improvement has come in the using the insulating materials and the newer materials. So the insulating materials are able to withstand the higher temperature, since the rating of the machines mainly depends upon the insulating material used in it. Greater outputs are possible with the use of these insulating material, and other better quality or the class of insulating materials allows the machine size to be used for the same output rating. And the next one comes is the higher electromagnetic loading for the active parts and increased mechanical loadings for the construction of parts. And the next sixth one is in order to expedite the process of machine manufacture at a reduced cost, the different improved or refined manufacturing techniques are used for the individual machine parts. And the fifth one is they have used in the means the machine which are used in the environments or with the different environment or the satisfactory operation under the desired and environment condition. So these are the different modern machine manufacturing technique. Let us see the engineering materials. So the different types of material, that is conducting material, magnetic material, and the insulating material. So in the conducting material, so the all conducting materials, so the insulating materials and the magnetic material, there are some desirable qualities of the conducting material or the insulating or the magnetic material. So these are the some of the desirable properties of the conducting material, and the example for the conducting material is gold, silver, aluminium, or the copper. So the most commonly used conducting materials are aluminium and the copper. So based on the characteristics of aluminium used and based on the copper used, so here I've listed out the different properties of the copper material. So copper is the most widely used electrical conductor, combining as it does and the high electric conductivity with the excellent mechanical property and relative immunity from oxidation and the corrosion under service condition. And it has highly malleable and ductile metal, and it can be cast, forged, or rolled, or it may be drawn for the machine. And the mechanical working hardens it, but annealing restored it to a soft state. So that the most copper material, what it is used, it is a hard drawn copper material. And if you are considering the aluminium, the present rate of consumption of copper existing deposits will be exhausted within a period of about 10-40 years normally. So aluminium is joining ever increasing the application for number of economic and engineering reason. So in replacing copper conductor with the aluminium ones in an electrical machine, due to account should be taken of their differences in resistivity or density or in the mechanical strength. So the aluminium conductor results in reduction of rating by some 22%. So by having so different um, properties of aluminium and the conductor, so I have listed out here the different properties of aluminium and the conductor. So we can select the best conductor material for the transmission of electricity. So the most commonly used or the most used one is a copper wires or the copper lines. So magnetic material, so this and all already studied one. So there are different types of magnetic material: diamagnetic, paramagnetic, and the ferromagnetic material. So comparison of the diamagnet, paramagnet, and the ferromagnetic material. So ferromagnetic materials are the most used material in the electric machines, because the substances which are strongly attracted by the magnets. And the examples of ferromagnetic, paramagnetic, and diamagnetic materials are I have shown in the slide here. And these are the properties of the magnetic material. So it should have the low reluctance, or should be highly permeable, or should have a high value of relative permeability. So the ferromagnetic materials are having the high value of relative permeability, so that it is most commonly used. So high saturation induction. So high saturation induction mainly required to minimize the weight and volume of the parts. Next, high electrical resistivity, so that eddy current losses can be reduced. And narrow hysteresis loop. So narrow hysteresis loop will give you the low coercive force. So coercive forces indicates the energy consumption. So high Curie point. So Curie point means the material loses its magnetic property or becomes paramagnetic above that temperature range. So that is called Curie point. And should high Curie point, it should be with the lesser temperature only. It should not lose its magnetic property, and it should have a high value of energy product. So based on that, in the ferromagnetic there are two types. One is hard magnetic material and the soft magnetic material. So let us compare now what is the difference in the hard magnetic material and the soft magnetic material. So the hard magnetic materials are having the large size of hysteresis loop and gradually rising magnetization curve. So in the picture you can see here hysteresis curve having the large area, the wide area. So that indicates that it is having the large cohesive force. Large cohesive force indicates the large energy consumption. So example for the carbon steel, example for the hard magnetic material is carbon steel, tungsten steel, and cobalt steel, alnico, etc. And cannot be easily magnetized. And application wise, it is used in measuring instruments, magnetic detector, and the permanent magnet. And these are the properties of the hard magnetic material. And when you compare with the soft magnetic material, and soft magnetic materials have the small size of hysteresis loop. So small size hysteresis loop represents the small coercive force, so that indicates the lesser energy consumption. So in comparably with the hard magnetic material, the soft magnetic materials are most useful. Its characteristics are most useful for the designing a machines or machine manufacturing. Example here is a cast iron, cast steel, rolled steel, forged steel. So different steel materials, or the sheet steel materials are given with the different shapes, or undergoing different process and come up with the different shapes. So those are the example for the soft magnetic material, and it can be easily magnetized. And examples, the most of the electric machines, so that means DC machines, or the turbo alternators, or transformer core. So there it can be applicable. And these are the properties of soft magnet material. And in the soft magnetic material, again there are three different types. One is a solid core material, electric steel and strip material, or a CRGO, or the cold rolled grain oriented steel. So remaining parts let us see in the next class.